or the non-formative part, I'm sorry, has to be defined, has to be translated. And that is defined by what he was referring to, those ethos or values. We can create wealth. We all are doing that at a global scale. Mankind has probably experienced an unprecedented creation of wealth. It has never seen such a prosperity. It has never seen or achieved such accomplishments. It could, if you bring back a person 200 years back and in that time scale, just through any tool or technology, bring him back to the life, he or she will simply collapse, because nobody can absorb such a huge process of achievement. But is achievement in itself is an end? I'm not here to give the moral lessons, but morality probably is part of the human soul. Morality is part of our psychic being. Morality, ethos, values, they are part of our thought process. We want to have morality in our businesses, we want to have it in houses, we want to ceremonize our marriages through it, we want to translate our relationship into it, we want to see politics through that prism. We want to have an entire universal outlook with that moral fabric. Pakistan, I honestly feel, and I've been very fortunate, humbled by Almighty by giving me this opportunity to serve this country in a limited stint, which has triggered with many international exposures and visits of mine. And when I come across different global leaders, I see that there is a huge respect, attention, and interest in Pakistan. All we need is to infuse that confidence in our own people. Pakistan is a country with 240 million population of its own. It's a very important player in ECO, which more or less has around 500 million people, a very important part of that regional bloc. Just sitting next to Confucius civilization of 1.5 billion people. So when our business and corporate sector is thinking, I would urge and request and rather implore them that don't think in terms of 240 million people. You belong to a huge region. On the one hand, it's GCC, then it is North Caucasus, Iran, up till Turkey, and there is a uninvested and unexplored 1.2 to 3 billion population of African continent. We feel as we are that distant from Africa that there has to be no connection. The African continent has to offer so much to us, and we have to offer so much to them. Be it East Africa, be it West Africa, North Africa, whole of the continent. Around $36 trillion trade activities happening probably under the BRI next 10 to 15 years, only in China. Are we prepared for it? Are we thinking about it? Is there any due diligence? Yes, there are challenges, and we will work to sort out all those challenges. If not all of it, at least most of it. We are trying to rationalize the expenditure of the government. We are trying to improve the tax network. We know that it has to be a progressive taxation network. You cannot just tax the people who are already contributing in that network. We have to bring in new people. We have to bring in new entities. And the ones who are already there, we need to rationalize and have a conversation with the industry and the people and the entities whom we are taxing. So a progressive model of taxation has to be introduced. We have learned and realized that government has no business in doing business. It's you people. My job as an entity of the government is only to tax you. And tax you and convert that to the social services which we have promised to our citizenry. Spend it on schools, hospital, on our infrastructure, and contribute towards that stimulation of the economic growth. This is the only role any government should play. The slogan we are trying to give is, our business people are one of the most noble people. They are the one who should be respected, who deserve respect, and who have earned that respect. We have not granted it to you. We have not bestowed it on you. It's just like your hard-earned money. Through your noble contributions to this society, a country of 240 million people with a bulge of youth of more than 60%. So it's all energy. I think so we need to deliberate that what we have to produce in terms of goods and services both. We are a country who's exporting services. We are exporting our own people. But what kind of people is required in the global supply chain? We need to focus on that. And you are the one who can play another lead role in that. When it comes to the corporate responsibility, social responsibility, CSRs. If we have more open conversations, we can help one another. It would be important even for your businesses, and it would be important for us to maintaining the social stability in any country. I was just having a meeting in Dubai with one of the lady who hails from Balochistan, and they were having a portfolio of around $500 million as a health company. So I requested them, while appreciating all their accomplishments, that if you invest in the paramedics education, and if you want to grow your business and have portfolio either in European continent or in the North America or anywhere. So you have to have a good quality supply chain of the workforce. So if you invest today in that educational system of ours, you will be benefiting from that workforce in next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, whatever the